Hey folks, this is Ira. Hope you're doing great. Thank you very much for joining us for the Earthquake Report. Today is February the 18th, 2016. And just a little trivia for you folks. Today is also National Drink Wine Day. I had no idea that something like that even existed, but I'm glad it does. Anyways, once again, we had a sleeper of a day, with only 99 quakes clocked in as of 7:27 Eastern Time. This brings our weekly total to 572 quakes and our monthly to 3,006. The largest earthquake to register comes to us from South Georgia and the South Sandwich Islands. Now, I know what you're thinking, but this isn't Georgia that we know, although we did experience an earthquake in Lafayette today, a 2.5 to be exact. This should not come as a surprise to anyone considering the movement that we've seen on the West Coast. We talked about this briefly in a previous video where the natural progression of a quake cycle is for us to see activity on the west, followed by activity on the east, all centered around the craton. So when we have activity on one side of our country, you can normally expect to see movement on the other. Now, back to the South Sandwich Islands. This is a British overseas territory in the southern Atlantic Ocean. We have Georgia and a collection of inhospitable islands. They are remote and for the most part unpopulated. This area was actually struck with a 6.5 magnitude quake back in 2008. It was followed up with a 7.0 a few months later. Then, in 2013, we experienced a 7.3 quake. I believe the reason behind the quake activity in this area's location is because of where it's situated. It's situated on the South Sandwich Plate, or the Sandwich Plate. And it's a minor tectonic plate bounded by the South American Plate to the east, the Antarctic Plate to the south, and the Scotia Plate to the west. So you can see now that there's a lot of room for seismic activity in this region. Outside of this, we experienced quakes in the usual places, including Papua New Guinea, Taiwan, Philippines, Indonesia, and Chile. All of these were clocked in at above a 4.0. We continue to see movement in New Zealand as well, folks. A 4.3 struck the Christchurch area once again. So keep your eyes peeled for what happens within the next few weeks, as things could definitely become interesting. Now, let's look at the map. We have our earthquake in Georgia, along with several minor quakes centered at or around fracking wells in Oklahoma. Luther, Medford, and Fairview all hit once again. We saw some movement in Utah today, too, a fairly minor quake that came in at a 2.3. Finally, we saw a handful of quakes in California today. Another quake in the Mammoth Lakes area, a 2.3 just outside of San Francisco, and a 2.3 near San Diego. Anyways, that is it for the Quake Report, my friends. Please like, share, and subscribe if you feel inclined. If you enjoy the social media thing, you can find us on Twitter and Facecase. The link to both are located in the description. Hope you have a fantastic night. We'll talk to you soon. Hoorah!